Hey guys, this is Fang Slasher VA here, coming at you with a very overdue update. Um, yeah, this is going to be a ride for sure. So sit down, relax, grab a bag of popcorn, and if I seem out of it, that's because I feel so out of my element right now. I haven't recorded a video since last year.
That, and you're probably tired from what we're about to talk about, from the mental exhaustion from it.
I'm extremely tired. I am overly tired. So, let's start back at the beginning. So, I wanted to get a laptop, a gaming laptop, so this way I had a backup if I wasn't able to be on my PC, which does happen frequently, because there are times I'm not able to be downstairs where my computer is for various reasons. So obviously with a laptop, it's most of the time it's lightweight. I can carry it with me wherever I go. I can travel with it, and not only that, I could also use it to stream or record if I don't feel like going on my computer.
This is very true.
And plus, since I've made my return to the convention I go to every year, this way I can take it with me to my sister's place, so I could record. So we get the whole thing ordered, and of course, at first it seemed like at first things were gonna go without a hitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened was, because I'm sure that people remembered a update I put out last year at the beginning of November or at the end of October. Can't remember when.
It was somewhere through there.
My plan was I was going to record all throughout November and December. Why? Because every content creator will tell you that is when you get a lot more ad revenue. Why? It's holiday time.
Yep.
It's Black Friday. It's whatever you want to call Christmas.
And Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah, I said Black Friday.
Oh, well, I didn't know that tied in with Thanksgiving. My bad. Continue.
So, naturally, these companies are going to want to pay people quite a bit of an amount so that they could have ads running. And then, of course, everyone knows that in January, 9 times out of 10, a lot of content creators take the month off and they start back up in February. That was my plan. I was going to heavily record November and December, and then take a break in January, maybe just pull some
shorts here and there.
Yeah, shorts here and there, and then get back to work in February. But those plans fell through. Why did those plans fall through? Because at the time, there was going to be work done where my computer is. And so, getting back to the laptop thing.
You got this.
At first, everything was going fine. You know, they got the order, they were making it, and then as soon as it shipped out, all of a sudden, we started having trouble with the freaking tracking number.
Yeah.
Because it turns out one of their employees was working while being intoxicated.
Yeah, I wasn't happy hearing about that. Thank you, Anakin.
So that should have been a omen of what's to come. And then, of course, they get the laptop back, and this time, the head manager says that he will take care of it. He didn't, actually. He didn't. It was the same old song and dance. They would ship it, give us the tracking number. Oh no, the tracking number didn't work. So then what would happen is, we decided to get a hold of corporate.
Which, let me tell you, they were not happy when I explained the situation.
But it seems like, yet again, now first, things with corporate was going good. They were updating Mizu with things. And finally got to the point to where they said, okay, well, we're going to... Now this was a big mistake, because even I was unhappy. I was unhappy that they did this. They decided to do a test tracking to see if it will get to that test location and then have it be sent back. That was a big mistake. They should have just sent it out directly to me. Well, when they did that, I believe after a while, it finally arrived in a town not too close. You know, that's pretty close to me. Why? Because they have a UPS there. Some idiot put the package on another truck that ended up on a boat that went to Europe. Well, the UK. So they called ahead. So again, it's more effing waiting. They get the box. They get all the packages out of that boat, and then they put my back on. The ship turns around, and they go back to Illinois. Now, at this point, things were, I felt pretty confident I was going to get it this time, because the guy was coming from where they docked, and he made it to Indiana. But notice how I said that the intoxicated worker was a bad omen, and we probably should have maybe been more.
Not lenient, was it strict?
Yeah. Turns out the driver was dyslexic. He ends up taking the package to Mizu's house yet again, which that laptop was there before.
Yeah.
Now, to segue back to the previous year, I was expecting some packages for Christmas time, because you sent some things out for Christmas. Some things that I needed, like some games and all that. My PS5, which I finally got. Finally.
Yeah, that I still feel bad about that, but yeah.
And some other things. I forgot what it was. Well, I got some of the things. Somehow, the Postal Service somehow forgot about the other stuff.
How that happened, I'll never know.
And, well, at that point, we were dealing with the whole laptop situation. We were also dealing with one other situation. which I will briefly touch on. I'm not going to get too into it.
Yeah, I was about to say, we ain't gonna get too into that. There's too much to unwind with that one.
Well, we started getting kind of angry. So what happened was, with me, everyone knows I'm brutally honest. I'm a straight shooter with my words, and if I anger someone, if I hurt someone with my words, chances are 9 times out of 10, they know I'm right. Because I'm very observant, and I don't take any crap from no one. So, we tell the postal service to tell the driver that he better get the packages to me. Well, someone didn't appreciate that. They drove the packages back to her house and put a note saying, "Don't you ever tell me what to do." And the packages smelled like what? Combination of 420 and...
It was a combination of things. I tried to get this scent out of my brain, but it was a combination of that along with, I think, it was a bunch of different smells I was smelling from it. I didn't like it. My nose wanted to die that day.
And so even that was going wrong. Getting these simple other things I was waiting for Christmas, because one of the things was a gift for someone else and not me. So luckily that is safe and sound at Mizu's place.
Yep.
And before anyone gets on to me about saying that, it's not like I'm telling you guys exactly where she lives.
Nope. Or something, I mean, everyone knows what state I'm in, but not exactly where I live.
So, circling back to Origin PC and my laptop, you decide to try FedEx. And that was my Alexa. I'm not going to say her name. That was weird. And sorry about that if you guys heard that. FedEx seemed pretty promising. I felt like we were finally making progress. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, circling back to my laptop going on a boat. I felt kind of bad because we almost got someone fired from their job because there was some confusion going on. They thought that the package that they were delivering next was mine. Turns out it wasn't, which I felt bad for. Honestly.
But luckily they didn't get fired, so we're good.
It's just that my package ended up on a boat and went to the UK, which I already explained that. Anyways, getting back to the whole FedEx thing. Well, things were looking up. Until the FedEx driver decided to granted, I know why this FedEx driver did this, because someone was having a medical episode, and I know I should be a bit more sympathetic, which I am for this person because of what they had. Well, somehow the the FedEx truck got broken into and stole some packages. One of those packages being my laptop. At that point, I believe like what that was the thing that finally broke me.
Yeah, you wasn't happy, and I can't blame you on that. I mean, hell, I wasn't happy hearing about it, because I'm sitting here going, I'm the one that ordered this!
So they reported it. We still haven't heard nothing about that first laptop. So then we get a hold of Ord again. And this time, this manager. And I'm not going to say her name. I don't want, like I said, this isn't a fucking exposing video. I'm not trying to...
We ain't exposing people here.
Yeah. This is me sharing my experience with her company.
Yeah.
So... Like what? She was one of the co-managers?
Yeah.
And she was going to take care of everything because they had all... The only thing she couldn't do was put the etch on my laptop. And she was going to be the one to take care of it. Now, where did I hear this before? Oh yeah, the first time with the head manager. And also corporate.
Yeah.
So, with this new approach, we decided to make them feel a little pressured. Because I was leaving. I was meant to be leaving the Sunday before the convention I was going to. So we were going to act like I was supposed to leave that day. Well, once again, things were going smoothly. Until he made it to my town and delivered the package to a different place. And then Susan was going to get a hold of the... Now, at that point, that's what really broke me. This is probably the worst. This is the second time this year that me and Mizu got into a bad argument.
Yeah.
And we temporarily broke up. Because you guys need to understand something. Because I can already see the comments. People are going to
freak
blast
out.
me. Yeah, well, and blast me. When you're going through that constantly, and it's been a year, you're going to get to the point to where your brain starts feeding you a bunch of BS. My brain was literally telling me that, hey, did she actually get that for you? I mean, let's think logically here. But, knowing all the proof that I have now, and knowing the fact that the call manager ended up texting me because, again, I was so angry and hurt and I was upset.
You was feeling a lot of emotions.
I needed that proof. I needed that proof once and for all. If this was just one elaborate joke.
Which it wasn't.
Which it wasn't. Which is what angered me even more. So, she gets a hold of the Postal Service. And we were hearing from her quite a bit. Like, I believe there were times it was like maybe a couple times a week, and then it changed to once a week. Well, this week we haven't heard from her at all, which leads to the final part of this video. At least with the story. We decided we're gonna give Origin a ultimatum. Which is probably what we should have done. We probably should not have let it get to this point. I will acknowledge that. Thing is, I'm very stubborn.
Same here.
And also in my defense, when you're having tunnel vision like I was, of course you can't see clearly. And also too, I was also depressed this year too.
Yep.
And I didn't realize that I was. So of course, you're not going to be able to see anything, and of course, you're not going to be able to hear any advice when you're so deep into the situation. So we gave them a ultimatum. The ultimatum was they can make us the third one, and this time do it right, and get it sent to me. Or or they can give us a full refund and we'll go somewhere else. And they agreed to our terms. And they were going to get the information from Susan and the postal place. Well, it turns out we figured out why Susan was in contact. Turns out the postal service went to that place that the guy delivered it and couldn't find the laptop. And considering the fact that she probably knew that we were pretty fed up with the whole situation, that's probably why she did not contact us. Because she knew we would probably be chewing her head off. So that is where we are at now. We're currently waiting for a refund, and then I'm also in the process of places on where to go. And this wasn't the only situation I was dealing with either. I was dealing with one other situation, which dealt with a mask for a friend. Now that situation is equally as messed up as this one is, because that one deals with hackers doing some damage to this mask maker reputation, and also how it ended was not good. At least the way this ended was still in our favor, because with this ultimatum, either way we win no matter what.
Yep, this is very true.
With that other situation, I'm not surprised by the outcome. I'm not surprised the way it ended. I'm not surprised by what transpired with it. Now, am I going to talk about that whole situation? No. There's one thing I do want to say about that whole thing, but I'm not going to. Because I don't want to open up that can of worms, because we're still dealing with that. So as you all can see, it's been rough.
Oh,
it's been rough. It's been hard, and it has really not helped me at all in terms of my mental health. You know, it's not about the item, it's about the principle. And I'm sorry to say, but if any of you are looking to get a PC built by Origin, be very careful. Be very careful. I'm not going to just say they're a bad company, because when we ordered my computer by them, it went great. I got the product. And then when I needed to get it sent in for some work, it got delivered back to me with no problems. So I don't know what happened over there. But for some strange reason, that was a trend in 2022, to where you were having people not doing their bloody jobs correct. You know, I had a Vader helmet that's at Mizu's place. That wasn't delivered to me like it was supposed to. And the head person there at the UPS plant didn't properly hear Mizu, and that Vader helmet ended up being delivered to her house. So, technically speaking, this whole situation actually started with the Vader helmet. But it's just, you have customers paying good money to build a PC because they don't trust themselves to do it. And the thing is, the fact matter is, as much as I see people online tell people to go to their local computer store, not every town has one. Still there, Mizu?
Yes, I am still here.
You know, not every town has one.
No.
So to say like, oh well, these companies are a scam. Well, my computer is a freaking tank.
That thing's a beast. I can confirm because I tested it for him.
Now, the only time I will be doing business with Origin is if something happens to my computer and I need a part replaced. Basically, maintenance. Will I ever buy something from them? I don't know. I really don't know. They let me down. They let me down.
They technically let both of us down.
That's true. Sorry.
I know, I was just tossing that in there.
You know, it's... And because of that, I was actually contemplating quitting doing YouTube. Because I'm like, what's the point?
This is true, he did. I was there.
I can't constantly upload like I want to. You know, that was the whole point of this laptop. It was going to allow me to always be able to record anytime I want, to stream anytime I want. And the thing is, with me having a capture card with that, I can literally, I kid you not, I can play my consoles off my big TV in my room.
This is true, I've seen it. I've seen where you show me before when you had your
No, this is the big TV in my room.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You showed me it before when you first started up your PS5.
Oh yeah, that's right. And So to end this thing with positivity, I will be uploading again. It's just I may not be able to stream on YouTube that much.
But
if I do
at
stream,
least you're doing your best.
yeah, if I do stream, it will be on Twitch because I've been on my Xbox a lot lately because I get some stuff situated in my room, and I've been playing a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
This is true. Can confirm. He has been doing that.
So I will be streaming that game a lot coming up. If you have Twitch, come join me when I do stream. I probably will start.
It's in his his Twitch is in his all links page.
And if not, then consider making one. And I'm also contemplating maybe doing TikTok.
I know you're still iffy on that one.
If I do it, it's because I would want to do a co-stream with my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Because that would be mainly music based. The only time I put gaming is a shiny hunt, like a successful shiny hunt.
Like your Oddish.
And my Registeel.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, we're back to square one. If this was an anime arc, this is the part to where the heroes get their butt kicked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You aren't wrong on that one.
But to quote Palpatine, I have never felt stronger. I'm not going to give up on getting this laptop. I'm just going to have to find a place that actually won't screw up.
Yeah.
And if for some sort of reason someone at Origin sees this, I just want to ask, it really didn't have to be this way. It really didn't.
No, it did not.
All you guys had to do was just deliver it to me, and that's pretty easy. So what got screwed up? What it sounds like to me, there seems to be some incompetence going on at that company. Something changed. Something changed.
Something did.
But then I would read reviews, and people would mention bad experience. But it's like, it's confusing. It's confusing, and it's frustrating, and it's mentally draining. And with that said, that's what's been going on. So, for some reason, if you're new here, this isn't my normal content. I'm not one of those guys that exposes companies for quote-unquote bad business practices. I'm just a guy that wanted a laptop, and I got effed over.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So, I'm also someone that despises exposed videos. I've always been someone that has always despised that side of YouTube because I feel like as humans we're allowed to make mistakes. And how are we supposed to learn from them if you have certain people wanting to expose you and try to quote unquote get rid of you?
I mean, yes, you aren't wrong on that.
Is there anything you want to say about this? Because I'm sure that you probably have.
Besides what you already said, I'm just mentally and physically exhausted. Mentally mostly. Because, dear Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it's been hard on both of us.
Yeah.
So, with that said, if you're new here, if this is more content, but if you're new here, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell button. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. See you guys.
Bye, guys.